Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Quadventure by DJV. So these use quadruples. I don't think we've done quadruples in the adventure series before, so I'll go over what that means. First of all, we do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Additionally, digits in a circle, these circles here, must appear at least once in the surrounding cells. So a 1 has to appear somewhere in these 4 cells. And a 1 and a 2 must appear here. Here we must have a 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so those are the rules. Definitely give the puzzle a try yourself first before watching the rest. And I am going to get started right now. All right, so I'm seeing a few things we can do. Let's start up here. So we know there's a 4 and a 6 in here, which means there cannot be a 6 here, but there needs to be a 6 in these 4, right? So this is kind of like a exclusion zone. So we know there's a 6 in one of these two, and we know there's a 6 somewhere in here, but these point down, so there's a 6 in one of these two. So there's a 6 in one of these two. All right, so we have another thing going on, similar thing going on with 1s here, where there's a 1 somewhere in here. So there cannot be a 1 here, so we know there's a 1 in one of these two. We know there needs to be a 1 here, so there's a 1 in one of these two, and one of these two. All right, so the next thing I'm seeing, I think there's a lot you can do right at the start, but I guess we should do this. This would have been a good place to start. There's 4 cells and 4 digits, so we can just put 2, 3, 4, 5 just in these cells. And the important thing about that is this cannot be a 6. So we can remove 6 from that corner mark, and we can place the 6 here. So yeah, because if we put a 6 here, then we couldn't fit 2, 3, 4, and 5 in these 3 cells, right? The other thing we can think about, there's a couple ways to put this. I'm going to put it both ways. One is we have kind of a lineup. These quads align, and both of them have a 1. So in these 2 columns, how many 1s do we get? It's not a trick question, as Simon would say. There are 2 1s. And there are 2 columns. So 2 columns have 2 1s, and there are 2 1s accounted for in these cells, which means these can't have 1s. So the 1 has to be over here. Another way you can think about that, which might be even easier, depends on how you want to look at things. It's easier to spot the alignment, but if you want to think about the logic, where does 1 go in column 4, this highlighted column? Well, it can't go here because the 1's over here, and it can't go here because the 1's over here. So it has to go in one of these 2. And it's not here because of the 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can place this 1. That allows us to place that 1. All right. Sorry for the long-winded explanation, but I wanted to cover both ways to do that. Same thing happens with 6. These 6s align. It has to be in here. It can't be here, so it's here. And that places a 6. So there's a lot of symmetry going on here. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Well, there's a 2 and a 5 in here, and they aren't 6 or 1. So this is a 2-5 pair, which means this is not a 1. So the 1 goes here. And what do we want to do here? We could put 2, 3, 4, 5 in these 2. That might be useful because actually this 4, 6 takes 4 out of these 2. So that's a 4. Now we don't need a 4 anymore in this whole quad. So we can actually remove 4 from all 3 of these. This 2-5 pair. Yeah, okay. So there's a 2 in one of these. I think there's a bunch of cleanup we can do. So I'm doing it one at a time. Sorry if you're seeing other things. There's a 2 in here, so this cannot be a 2. So that's a 5. That's a 2. We can clean that up. We can clean up these 5s. We can clean up that 5. 4 in this column can only go here. Okay, what else can we do? We need a 5 in this quad. That goes here. Let's see, what else did I not spot yet? Looks pretty clean now. I need a 2 in this quad, that goes here. So this should be a pair. We have 1, 2, we need 3 and 5. We know the order. This should be a triple. We need 2, 3, and 4. And of course this row's done, so we should have just done that. But anyway, many ways to get there. What do we want to do here? Okay. I was going to say 5. 5's up here somewhere. I guess I can mark that. Okay, what am I missing? Obviously there's a 6 in here. That's done. 4 and 6 in here. That's done. There's going to be a 1 in here. There's going to be a 1 and 2 in here. So I think it's just Sudoku now. So let's just fill it. Oh, these are roped vertically. So this is going to be a 1, 2. What I mean by that is 1, 2 here and 1, 2 here. Take 1, 2 out of these 4. So there's a 1, 2 here. And what ends up happening is we have the 3, 5 and the 3, 5. We're going to get the same 2 digits vertically. So the 4, 6 has to go over here. It's just a nice shorthand. You would have figured that out from pairs or whatever. Anyway, but it's a nice shorthand to be able to quickly fill digits. This is not roped because we have 5, 6 and then 5, 4. So the 5, 6 is not repeated. So we can't say that that's done. This 6 did look over though. So this row's done. We need a 1. This row we need a pair. We need a 2 and a 3. That makes a 2, 3 pair here. So this should be a pair. This is 1, 5. And this is a triple. This is the other 2, 3 and a 4. So the 4 goes here. Okay, what am I missing? Ah, it's this quad here. We have a 2, 3 pair within this quad. And so the 2 and 3 are accounted for. We're still going to need a 5. That's going to go here. All right. And that should finish everything up. That's a cool ending. It probably could have been done earlier, but I like ending on that. Cool. Well, I enjoyed this puzzle. Thanks, DJV. You really managed to show off a lot of the cool things you can do with quads, even though it's, jammed into a 6x6. That's always a difficulty when setting for this series, is there's things we're used to being able to do in 9x9s. Sometimes it makes it difficult to do in 6x6s, but I think you succeeded at demonstrating the alignment of quads, how quads can sort of create extra regions almost of like these 4 digits had to be 1 each of 2, 3, 4, 5, which gave us some interesting logic. And then also exclusion zones, right, where this 1 couldn't get a 1 from these 2. It had to get a 1 from over here. So very cool. Thanks, DJV. And if you enjoyed this content, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.